The module latest news is going to show a list of the most recently published and current articles. Some that are shown may have expired even though they are considered to be most recent. What that means is that if you set a finished publishing date on something and it still is more recent than something else, it may show up. In this instance, you might want to consider, if you're going to use this module, be mindful of that. Much like creating any sort of new module inside Joomla, we need to give it a title name, choose whether or not to show the title, select a position, select the status, the access level, the ordering of the specific module if there are multiple instances of any sort of module actually in this position, set a start publishing date, finish publishing date. Our language is there. We've got note. We can come down to the bottom here and we've got menu assignment. This is where we can choose which page we want this module to show up on. Currently by default it's set to show up on all pages. We can clear that by selecting no pages, and then we can come down here and select only on the pages selected. We can also select on all pages except those selected. So we could say show it everywhere but the positions and benefits page. It's not relevant to that page. Conversely, we can say show only on the pages that I select. So show it on these 3 pages and nothing else. We can also click on a different menu item that we want this module to show up on. Let's say we want it to show up on the services and the events careers page, and that's it. We can use this select all control to select all the pages. It's also going to select, it's going to select all of the options on this specific menu, not on any other menu that we don't have selected. So we need to come over to career opportunities if we also want it to be on all of those pages and click select all. When we clear the selection, also similarly it's going to clear all the selection on the current tab that we're on. We will need to click on main menu if we want to clear all these as well, and click clear selection, and that'll clear all of those. And that function, this interface here, this select all, clear selection, and toggle selection, works the same throughout the entire Joomla content management system. It's only, you'll see this on modules primarily, but this function of select all, clear selection, and toggle selection works the same on every page that you'll see it on. On the right hand side of the specific module, we have a category from which we want to show the latest news. We can say I want to choose show it from the uncategorized category, and then you can hold down Control and select multiple categories to pull recently published and current articles from, or you can just select one, obviously. We need to give it a count, tell Joomla how many recent articles or latest news articles we want it to show. Do we want to include feature articles in this? Have we called any of our articles quote-unquote featured articles? And if so, do we want to show them or hide them? We can make that choice there. We can set the ordering of this. And if you want to read these here, the order, it explains it in the tooltip where it says recently added first, it's going to order the articles using their creation date. Recently modified first, it's going to order the articles using their modification date. Recently published first will order the articles using their publication date. And recently touched first is going to order the articles using their modification or their creation dates. We can filter things by author, and then we have some advanced options here. We have an alternative layout, and typically that's not going to be affect most users unless you have some sort of a custom design going on that uses that. You've got a module class suffix here. If we want to apply different CSS settings to this specific module, we want to refer to that class here. We can build our own custom CSS styling and put that in the template.css file and refer to it here. As you can see, you can also apply multiple CSS classes to a module. And we have some caching that we can set here for this specific module as well. Up at the top right, we've got save, save and close, save and new, and cancel. When we click save, it's going to save the item and leave us on this page. When we click save and close, it's going to save and close this item, returning us to the module manager. When we click save and new, it's going to save the item, and it's going to return us to this page with all these fields turned to blanks, so we can start and putting in a new creating a new module, latest news module. We've got a cancel button that'll cancel the operation altogether, and we have our help button. And so I hope that was helpful. Thanks.